All right, Coach. This is obviously we're here at Jace Armstrong signing. This is your 7th player you've had signed. You have another one, Amy Mintz, to be signing with shortly. You have 8 players. You've had success over this time period that you've been the coach. What are some of the things that you're doing and your staff is doing that is preparing these girls for the next level?
Well, I don't know necessarily if it's our staff that's getting them signed. I think that a lot of it has to be to their parents and what they've done in the previous years. You can't walk into a high school program and go 4 years of playing and then just pick up and get a chance to play at the next level. Those chances are far and few between. This starts when these girls are 8, 9, 10 years old. It's a commitment their parents make that they're going to be out playing travel ball, that they're going to be working year-round to get to that type of level. But I think what we do is we try to prepare them that our practices, our game situations, what we're teaching are pretty much fundamental. So when we get them to that level, we hope that when they enter to whatever college it is, whether if it's a Division I or if it's at a junior college, that they go in and that coach recognizes that they've come from a program where they know the game, they know the fundamentals, and most importantly, they know that it's got to be about effort and commitment, and that they're going to be loyal to that program just like they were loyal to our program.
Now, speaking of the program, when you contact these coaches and these coaches contact you, what does it do for the girls that are now freshmen, sophomores, and juniors to have a program that perennially produces talent on the next level?
Well, I think what it tells us is that we've got a standard that we set, and whether you're going to play at the next level or not, we're still going to expect that child, that student athlete to participate at that level. They may not have that skill set, but we're going to still hold that and maintain that level. I think the big part is that our young girls, when they come in, they're going to see that we're going to treat them with respect, but we're going to expect a lot of them. These 7 that have signed, there's one thing in common with them, and they are all committed. They're at practice every day. They don't have excuses if they make mistakes. They deal with failure, and they deal with it in a very positive way. They reflect on it and they move on. And I think that's a key element in each of these young girls over the past 3 years. They can handle constructive criticism and they can handle failure, because the game's all about failure. It's the mental aspect of being able to get past that, see through it, and learn from it.
Now, over your 3 years, you've had, once Amy signs, it'd be 8 girls. This upcoming year will be basically your freshman will be your first senior class. What have you seen from that growth that was your first freshman class that will now be your first senior class that you can expect maybe to be doing this again next year?
Well, here's how I see it from that aspect. When I took the program, I was very fortunate that Coach Collis, who's one of our assistants, he had a core of young ladies from probably the time they were 9 years old, 8 years old, who were playing together. So that group, or that core of Carly Thompson, Alexis, and Sadie, and Candace German, and Emily Morgeson, the Watkins twins, they all were playing together from a very young age. And now we're seeing the end of that. We're seeing that group graduate and move on. Josie Millsap's graduated. We're seeing that core group move on. So what we've had to go do is try to incorporate and find the next group of core young ladies, doing some things that we're going to try to move, maybe the middle school over there into practice at our facility, also at Blue Ridge City Park.
Right.
We're trying to incorporate that. I'm going to take that group of 6th and 7th graders this summer, the ones who are able to commit to it, and they're going to work out with us, and then we're going to play them in some games this summer where we can coach them. So we've kind of got to start over at scratch. But we also have got contacts in that lower level where we're trying to put together travel teams of our Fannin County girls,
right,
so that they can start traveling together and put together another core. The other part of it is seeing 8 girls sign. These girls understand, they see there's that expectation. Some of them want to, Now there's some in our program who are good softball players who they look at and say, well, I don't know if I want to commit that much time to that next level, because what Jace and what Amy and what they're going to realize shortly is when you become a college athlete, it's almost like a full-time job. It's going to be every day, weight room in the morning, academics, and then practice in the afternoon. But we've been very fortunate with the girls who we've had signed. They have, like I said, they have that mentality if that's what they want.
All right, well, Coach, I appreciate your time, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.